Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pink Couch Conversations.
Woo! Hashtag pink couch conversations.
Here today, we are having another conversation. Pink Couch Conversations are conversations that are girl-led and girl-inspired to help empower and create leadership amongst our youth. Today's conversation will be centered around girls. We're going to call this episode Girl Power.
Woo! Girls around.
Woo! So, we're going to have 4 conversations that the girls have created, and we're going to allow them to mostly lead this conversation. Grab your family, especially your daughters, your nieces, your cousins, and get somewhere comfortable as we have a conversation with you. All right, so first question that we are going to be discussing is, how should a girl act? Kamara, why don't you go ahead and start off?
Okay, so first, how a girl should act is a girl should act kind, polite, nice, sweet, and yeah, that's it. All I have to say for right now.
Okay. All right. Some very defined adjectives of how you see girls' behavior. Okay. What do you think, Yanni?
I think that girls should just be themselves. Being themselves is the most important thing, in my opinion, of course. I think they should just, be different. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Good. So to kind of summarize both of your points, Kamara, you see being a girl as being kind and sweet and polite, where your sister sees girl power or being a girl as kind of being who you want to be, which I think both are very powerful concepts. But I really like the idea of the whole being who you want to be while still being kind and polite. Being kind and polite, because being kind and polite are values that are good, not only for girls, but for all people. And defining yourself and honoring who you are is very important for girls, especially as they continue to grow and discover more of who they are. Moving on to question number 2. What does it mean to wear a crown? I know, Ayana, you kind of created this conversation. I want you to just explain to our viewers, what does it mean to wear a crown?
To wear a crown, it means not just wearing a crown or tiara and ruling over some country or place like Elena of Avalor, but being a queen when you put on or a princess, when you put on your crown, you be yourself, right? You put it on every morning, every day, when you put that effort in to show people who you are, is wearing your crown. And wearing your crown is being yourself, basically.
So that's a very unique response, because we already know the idea of wearing a tiara is a symbolic concept, right? We're not literally walking around with our crown. It's more of a figurative thing. But in wearing this adornment, this crown, we are wearing it by honoring who we are and being ourselves. So there's kind of some overlap for you as far as what a girl is and also what it means to wear your crown, which I just want to say I really love your answer.
Thank you.
And so, Kamara, what is your perception of what it means to wear a crown?
Actually, I'm glad you asked that. Wearing a crown to me means that you don't have to fit the box that everyone else is in. You could be your own personal box. You could be whatever you want to be. Wearing a crown means like you don't have to wear a crown to be a queen or a princess. You are the queen. There's a queen right inside you that you could let out to your heart and recognize your own beauty. And be sure to just be yourself and don't don't be anybody else. And yeah.
Good. So Ayana, again, was talking about not fitting into a box, where Kamara feels like even it's not just about not fitting into a box, but it's about following your heart and recognizing your own beauty. And just sounds like a lot of self-love is happening in what you kind of see of wearing your own crown. Correct, Kamara?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so moving on to question number 3. Is there anything girls can't do? Right? Because society would tell you that girls are supposed to be one way. The world will tell you that a girl is supposed to be one way. And so if we're supposed to be one way, then it kind of tells us that we can't be other ways and we can't do things. So, but maybe that's true. I don't know. Is there anything a girl can't do?
I think that girls can do anything. There's nothing specifically a girl can't do and nothing specifically a man can't do. Everybody can do what they want to do. Everybody might tell you girls can't climb a mountain, boys can't do jump rope. That's for girls, that's for boys. But I say it's silly and it's nonsense because girls and boys can do anything they want to do or be.
Okay, so we're still going with this theme about not fitting within a box and being who you want to be. Those are excellent descriptions. So Kamara, do you think that there's anything a girl cannot do?
No. So since I was a kid, I always...
Because that was a long time ago, right?
Yeah. When I was, like 4 years old, saying a kid, I used to always like race cars and stuff. But then all the time I kept on thinking, that's for boys. I'm afraid people are going to make fun of me. Well, guess what? I don't care anymore because I could do race cars if I want. I could do anything I want. You could do anything you want too. So if you want to like play football. It doesn't matter. If you want to play basketball with the boys, try to do that and challenge yourself. You could do that if you want.
Those are some very good points, Kamara, and I like how you've kind of added like some personal elements. Because for people who might not know you personally, hearing you say, oh, I loved race cars when I was a younger girl, and I think football is pretty cool, they might think, oh, well, she's what people will call like not girly, right? But you love makeup. Like you love watching makeup tutorials and you love dancing. And so you kind of are really embodying this idea of, yes, I can play with the race cars, but I can still go and look at my mom's makeup, and I can still go and do tap dance or play ballet. Like there aren't rules for me. So stop trying to make them, right? As far as like what a girl can or can't do. Also, going to Ayana with that saying, because what you said kind of helped me to think of something. You know, like Yanni, you this summer, you're very into STEM. And so you were in a app building class. You were building an app, right?
Yeah.
And so how many girls were in that class?
4, including myself.
Okay, and then how many boys were a part of that program?
Probably almost 15.
So we have this field that you're interested in, and we all know that STEM is typically not a field where girls, and then once they become women, there are not a lot of girls and women in that field, right? No. But here you are being in there, and it's kind of defying what are the expectations of being a girl as well, too, because you love science and math, don't you?
Yeah.
Even though mommy teaches reading, you love math and you love science, and I think those are great things. So you and your sister, even as girly, quote unquote, as you are, you still find things that you like that don't fit into that box, right? And you're still okay with that.
Yes.
All right, so we're coming to our last question. So the last question, because you all both It's almost over. So the last question, we're really talking about how this whole idea of being a girl, there is no one size fits all, right? There is no one way to be a girl. So with that conversation in mind, I'm just kind of wondering what has helped to influence your perception of that, right? Are there other girls or there other women that you've seen that help you come up with this idea of what a girl should or shouldn't be?
Yes, actually, Ayana, she said a few inspiring words that she said to the camera that I actually felt like that I could do that too. I could do anything I want and stuff like that. She actually made me feel that way. And also, speaking of girls, Mom was actually one of the persons who inspired me. She's nice, she's sweet, she's kind, she takes care of us, and she's the best mom that the world could ever ask for, and that's what I like about her.
Well, thank you, Kamara. So your inspiration, she just loves us, doesn't she, Yanni?
Yes.
So your inspiration is in-house. It's coming from your mother and your sister. So we're hoping to shape your image of what a girl is or isn't. And I'm so honored, I hope you are too, Yanni,
Yes.
to be part of that sphere of influence. Ayana, what has helped to shape your concept of what a girl is or isn't?
People on YouTube, like girls specifically, they the ones that make nothing out of something, and being an entrepreneur or being an artist, being a creator, and doing hacks to make life easier. I just love what they want to do and do what they want to be.
Excellent. So that's a great thing that you said, Ayana. It's a very unconventional idea. But because of social media and technology, we have like a wide spread of ideas, right? So now we're able to share ideas and share information. And some of the things we are sharing is inspirational. So I, at this moment, would like to just say thank you to you girls for leading these conversations about sisterhood and being girls and just being catalysts in your community, because you sharing your thoughts, sharing your ideas are very inspiring to other young girls who are trying to find their way. And that's part of why we're doing this, right?
Yes, 100%.
100%. Oh, so we thank you for tuning in to Pink Couch Conversations. Again, this is a conversation that is led by girls, for girls. We're full of girl power. We're championing girls. We're loving on girls. And we're just helping us to bloom into our best self, which is really the foundation of our entire company. To bloom with us, please continue to connect with us on all of our social media accounts: Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and our website, www.onesun3flowers.com.